And welcome back. Now, against the backdrop of a learner who was stabbed to death this week in a school or outside a school in the south of Johannesburg, we are having a discussion with the South African Democratic Teachers Union, SADTU, with regard to how they feel about security and that situation in general within our schools. And I am, of course, in conversation here with Mr. Xolani Fakude from SADTU's Secretariat. And thanks so much for coming through once again. So we were talking about the school and parental involvement, getting broader society involved and taking ownership of schools. And I was saying to you during the break, part of the problem is that schools and school governing bodies, those who are responsible for the running and management of the school, tend to speak at communities. You don't speak with them. You don't speak to engage them. You speak at them to tell them what it is that you want from them. So there has been a call as well for teachers to be given soft skills training to perhaps assist them in this regard. What's your view on that?
Well, I mean, we'd always welcome such an initiative. We've always said that our primary training, when you're involved and you're engaged towards being prepared as an educator, it's something else. It focuses on pedagogy, it focuses on curriculum content, etc. And therefore, yes, skills such as the early warning signs that you would have in place, for instance, to start noticing when there is a potential problem that could come from a particular learner. There has never been an emphasis of our training, and we've always spoken of a continuous professional development, and that can only, given the new dynamic that we're dealing with right now, that can only be an additional to that. But now also what we want to say to the whole country that moving forward, we are rallying South Africans behind our call, the I Am a School Fan campaign call, to say that let us again have the conversation at the local level, and in the immediate, let us see improved security measures being present in all our schools, because it cannot be correct that when I wake up in the morning as an educator to go to school, I don't know whether I will come back alive or not. It just cannot be correct.
It cannot be correct. It also cannot be correct that we are okay or, becoming desensitized to our children dying, whether in or outside our schools.
Yeah,
but SADTU has made a call for a summit on safety in schools. What are you hoping to achieve through this?
Well, we are hoping that we will come up with a clear implementation strategies, really. We are saying that the frameworks are there, the policies are there, the ideas are there, they are all good. We all have got common consensus about what the crisis is. But right now, our primary concern is the implementation management part of it, and the consequence management, for instance. Those stakeholders that are involved directly within the system in the immediate, who are not doing what is expected of them in terms of ensuring the safety of our schools, therefore they must be taken to tasks. So we're saying that the implementation part of it is really what we want the conversation to focus around on. Hence we're saying that let there be a summit, but then let them also go down to the local levels, all the way down to the street committees. That is really where the conversation should be happening. And then we're really behind this noble idea of protecting education.
Well, thank you, Xolani Fakude, SADTU Secretariat Officer. And SADTU has made a call for a summit on violence in schools following that attack at Forest High School in the south of Johannesburg, where a grade 8 pupil was stabbed and killed on Monday by a 19-year-old grade 11 pupil. And we also heard in the news a formal bail application was made yesterday by the 19-year-old, and that case has been postponed until next Monday. Well, with that, it's time for your news at 8.